Friday's episode on Days of Our Lives unfolds like a slow-burning storm, where every character is pulled closer to the heart of their emotional crossroads. It is one of those episodes where nothing explodes suddenly, yet everything shifts. EJ becomes trapped in the shadows of his own past, Jack steps into the role of a much-needed emotional anchor for Thomas, and Kristen and Tony's ordeal beneath Salem begins to unravel, leading Chad into an unexpected and potentially dangerous discovery. And beneath all of this is Kat Greene's startling decision, one that could change the fate of Chad's children forever. The day begins with Kat Greene wrestling with a truth she cannot ignore. Learning that Jennifer is pursuing custody of the grandchildren places a burden on Kat that she did not fully anticipate. Much as she tries to pretend she is detached, Kat has grown deeply attached to Chad's children, perhaps more than she realized. But she also understands the fragile nature of the situation. Her presence in Chad's life, however innocent or well-intentioned, has become fuel for conflict. It is not just about romance or companionship anymore, it is about children whose emotional worlds are already unsteady because of grief, separation, and confusion. The last thing Kat wants is to worsen that instability, so she prepares an offer that surprises even her. She approaches Jennifer with a proposition that sounds extreme but comes from a place of genuine concern. If her presence truly threatens Chad's chance to keep custody of his children, then she will remove herself from the equation entirely. She will leave Salem. Jennifer, wary but touched, does not know if she can trust Kat's intentions. After all, Salem has seen many people make promises they never intended to keep. But Kat is firm because the children's well-being means more to her than any pride or romantic interest. It is not a manipulation, not a bargaining chip, just a simple truth spoken by someone who knows her presence has become a complication. Elsewhere, deep beneath Salem, a mystery that has hovered for days finally begins to open. Chad makes his way into the tunnels, searching for answers he never expected to find. What he encounters is something between terror and relief. Tony and Kristen imprisoned, still in the dark about who abducted them or why. Their captivity feels like a puzzle box sitting in the center of Salem, one that no one yet understands but everyone is somehow connected to. The fact that the captor's identity remains hidden only heightens the sense that something bigger, something far more calculated, is unfolding behind the scenes. Their rescue brings immediate problems. Tony is free, but Kristen's fate is much more complicated. Legally, she is still a fugitive, still wanted, still tied to a past full of crimes and betrayals. By all logic, she should be transported back to prison the moment she returns above ground. But Salem rarely operates on logic. Kristen's heart pulls her in a different direction entirely when she thinks of Rachel. She has been caged, running, and hunted for so long that even the idea of returning to prison seems like a strange kind of stability, until she remembers her daughter's face. Suddenly, prison feels unbearable. And if Chad feels sympathy or guilt, if he hesitates even for a moment, Kristen may very well try to convince him to help her hide instead of turning her in. Meanwhile, above ground, another complicated emotional conflict brews as Jack steps into a conversation that could shift the fragile balance of the Devereaux-DiMera family. Thomas has allowed Chad to join them for Thanksgiving, but the resentment burning within him is still sharp and unforgiving. He refuses to sit next to his father at the dinner table, convinced Chad lied to him, believing he withheld the truth and betrayed his trust. Thomas's anger, though intense, is rooted in misunderstanding. He saw moments out of context, gestures that were innocent twisted in the lens of an emotional child who still desperately misses his mother. Jack, understanding the emotional maze Thomas is trapped in, tries to guide him gently. He doesn't dismiss Thomas's feelings, because he knows children grieve in ways adults cannot always predict or define. But he also knows Chad did not lie. Jack tries to help Thomas see that being a father does not erase Chad's right to comfort a friend or show kindness to someone, even if the family disapproves. Healing will not be instant, but Jack's presence brings a bit of clarity to Thomas, even if the boy is not ready to admit it. Across Salem, Gabby Hernandez feels a growing unease as she watches Theo navigate the dark and twisting world of DiMera business. She tries to warn him, to caution him against the seductive power and dangerous politics of the family empire. Theo is intelligent, steady, and good.